Hello and welcome to Jedi Jingle Maker. In this video, I'm going to tell you about one of my newest and now my most favorite guitar, the Schecter Reaper 6.
Gear review, it's my gear review. Jedi Jingle Maker is made for you.
First, let's listen to this thing in a track that I wrote, and then we'll get into looking at the pros and some of the cons of this shred machine. I've owned this guitar for about 2 months, and in that time span, I've had it set up professionally. I've also had a chance to record some tracks with it, and I'm gonna tell you, it plays like a dream right off the bat. It just plays absolutely beautifully. So comfortable to play. And the tones that it produces are very, in my opinion, thumpy, like a lot of mid-range. It just sounds great. The pickups, the stock pickups, I think are responsible for that, along with the swamp ash wood that makes up this thing. So let's dive right into it and look at it bit by bit. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And the first thing we need to look at is this finish. I mean, that's the first thing you fall in love with. That's what I saw on the Sweetwater website that initially drew me into it. This is the Inferno Burst finish, and it's just absolutely beautiful in my opinion. I had to have it. Once I saw it, I fell instantly in love with it. Now, we'll look at the back here in a moment, but this is a set neck construction, as you can see. And I sure like that. Starting with the headstock, there are Schecter tuners. These are two-tone, you know, you have the silver with the black, so two-tone, if that appeals to you. This is the one drawback, and I actually start with a drawback. The one drawback is that the A tuner and the E tuner are both sticky, both kind of seem like they slip, really unrewarding. But you can get them to get into tune, but it's frustrating. I don't care actually, because I'm going to replace these with something like Goto tuners, locking tuners. I want locking tuners one way or another. I would have replaced them, so it doesn't bother me one bit. I would never give this guitar back. Another thing that this guitar has, you can see I took off that black cover that has the model name on it. I don't need to see the name. To me, it's not a Reaper necessarily, which just says Reaper. It's well, my favorite guitar. So I always do this, and as you can see, they did the nice thing. It looks like there's just a little bit of stainage inside there so that you can take off this and it still looks, you know, it doesn't look like bare wood. I like that little touch. Now this is already a graphite nut. So to me, Schecter, way to go. Way to go. I don't have to replace that. The only thing I need to replace on this guitar are those tuners. And as we move down the neck, this is an ebony fretboard. Look at how glass-like, just wonderful that is. And these frets are also really nicely finished. I mean, they just feel great, and they're nice jumbo frets. I don't know if they're made out of something special, but they play great. And I love the size of these fret markers too. The double dot here off to the top of the neck, really, you know, I should play it. And then switch to the other side. 3 dots on the bottom, little touches like that. This is a 2-octave guitar, 24 frets, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now these pickups are Schecter brand pickups, and you can see they have really big pole pieces. I like the look of that, but I think that's also highly functional. I think there's a decimator pickup in both spots, and I love the decimator pickup. I went and played one of these used at Guitar Center, which is why I decided to finally get one, is because it just sounded so good. The pickup sounded so great. That one had a tremolo, it was the FRS model. But after I heard those pickups, I just thought, wow, this is for me. And now that I've got them in person, just running them through a Rev G4 and through a Boss Katana, they sound amazing. I run them through studio speakers mostly, but I mean the effects coming through those devices, they just sound fantastic. I don't think I will change them. This guitar is good as it is in just about every single way. Now this exposed, you can see this exposed wood on the front part of the body is really, I'm trying to get that out of the shadow. It's really cool. You can see how the grain of the wood is really highlighted by the curve cut in there. And if you go to the side, you see amazing grain patterns like this, which absolutely just blow you away. I mean, how the heck is that possible? I picked this off of Sweetwater, so I was able to pick the exact one, and I'm so happy I got this exact one. Now let's turn it around and look at the back of this guitar. It is a thing of beauty. I don't know if there's something to it, but that grain pattern to me is just perfect. I love the symmetry of it. I love the look of it. I know most people don't see the back of your guitar, but for some reason that really checked the box for me. Was that beautiful grain pattern on the back. I have the same grain pattern on my Schecter SLS Elite up there, and it plays like an absolute angel trumpet. It's just so wonderful, and it has the same type of grain pattern with these tight lines on the back, and even the same look along the sides of it, which is really interesting to me, but they both sound great. So whatever's going on, I love it. And yes, I'm a little superstitious, so it's just the way it is. You can see this has, you know, rounded body contours all throughout it, so that it's nowhere is it like a rigid edge, and nice big belly cut, and then nice cut in access to the high fret, so you can get as far as you want. This guitar has no limit in terms of playing the high notes, which I love to do. If you listen to Jedi Jingle Maker songs, you know I get up there. What a beautiful work of art this guitar is. And if you look around it, you just find nothing but quality at every spot. And if you look at the neck, the grain on it is just heavenly, and it's so smooth. This is a multi-ply neck, so that's going to add stability. Then in addition to it being multi-ply, it has double graphite reinforcement rods in it, so it's a very stable instrument, which is something that means a lot to me because I'm in a very humid environment here in Florida. And this is something like having a guitar in a swimming pool. So, you know, you want the maximum stability you can get, and guitars like this give it to you. This guitar cost about $800. And if you want to have the Floyd Rose tremolo system, you would probably be up, you know, over $1,000. But in terms of an instrument that could last you a lifetime, I will never sell this guitar. This guitar will be given after I pass away because it is in my collection for good. It's that good of a guitar as far as I'm concerned. And I like it that much. Like I said, the one objection was the tuners, but you know, that to me I was going to replace anyhow, so great job, Schecter. Once again, I've just really never seem to get disappointed in the value that I get from Schecter. Now the last thing I want to do is just compare it with a guitar that is half the cost, and I think it compares well to the Reaper 6 in most ways, but it is really just about half as good in terms of its quality, but in terms of its playability, it's trying to get there. This is an Ibanez RG421 PB, and it has many of the similar features of the Reaper 6 in terms of the way the fretboard looks, feels rather, and the contour of the guitar, but much less expensive. So, you know, if you're looking for something like the Reaper 6, but you don't have $800, you have something more like $400, I would recommend going with something like that and upgrading it, you know, slightly, maybe some locking tuners, graphite nut. All right, thanks for watching Jedi Jingle Maker. I hope you have a great day, and subscribe, leave a comment, check out all my original music where I use these beautiful tools of tone. Thanks for watching.
Gear review, it's my gear review. Jedi Jingle Maker is made for you.